yourself.
Sure.
Open the inner hatch. I repeat, do not open the inner hatch. I repeat, do not
Brand?
open.
I don't know what he said to you,
But I am taking command of the Endurance.
and then we can talk about completing the mission.
Dr. Mann, listen to me.
This is not about my life or Cooper's life. This is about all mankind. There is a moment.
Patria o muerte.
Certainly. We will work with any group, organization, or leaders in any way, as long as it's genuinely designed to get results.
I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Because he was asked to write a scientific review of it. It took him a year to finish.
And I really looked for holes in this because it was so off the wall. And I couldn't find any holes. By the end of the book, I was persuaded. I started skeptical like everybody else does. But it just was very careful, very thorough, complete, and eminently persuasive.
In America, as they strive to throw off the shackles of mental colonialism, will also probably reflect an effort to throw off the shackles of cultural colonialism. And they may begin to reflect desires of their own, with standards of their own.
Cowboy, fuck all you assholes!
Mission jet bombers, capable of carrying nuclear weapons, are now being uncrated.
A boring death, like all of you people will probably do. I'm going to live to the maximum capacity, and when I reach my capacity, go down to...
Reaching a height of 35,000 feet, the pilot drops his ordnance.
Detecting life. Verify location. Good evening. Tonight has been a wonderful experiment of human contact.
You're gonna be a bad motherfucker.
What does a scanner see?
It might even provide a new way of treating cancer.
It has long been known that electrical impulses are essential to the functioning of the brain and nervous system. But what if the electrical forces in the body are more extensive than that? What if all our tissues are part of a vast, previously unknown electrical system?
remember that this was one moment. You were not alone, and you felt something that thousands of others have felt, and it was love.
This is called Atma, the self of us all. At that level, as Dr. John Hagelin would tell you, at that level of life, we are all one. We're one. All one. One. We're one. Diversity up here, unity down below.
So I remain Malcolm X as long as there is a need to protest and struggle and fight against the injustices that our people are involved in this country.
I have written this book on biologically closed electric circuits.
Electrical forces to kill the tumor.
People say, oh, you missed a little spot over there. Geez, you didn't get this one here. What about this little bitty spot? And you're gonna suck all that pain inside you, and you're gonna clean that spot. And you're gonna clean that spot until you get that shiny clean.
By the presence of these large, long-range, and clearly offensive weapons of sudden mass destruction constitutes an explicit threat to the peace and security of all the Americas, in flagrant and deliberate defiance of the Rio Pact of 1947.
Easing up!
Friday, you pick up your paycheck. And if you could do that, you could be president of Chase Manhattan Corporations. If you could do that.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Personally feel that my personal problem is never solved as long as the problem is not solved for all of our people in this country.
But the still images...
We no longer live in a world where only the actual firing of weapons represents a sufficient challenge to a nation's security to constitute maximum peril. Nuclear weapons are so destructive, and ballistic missiles are so swift, that any substantially increased possibility of their use or any sudden change in their deployment may well be regarded as a definite threat to peace.
The Tsar Bomba, a 50-megaton nuclear bomb.
That's for you! That's for you! Go, Robo!
Wait a second! You guys want to see something really neat? Well, come on!
Role 2020 has carried out for years. And to make sure that we don't give credence to frauds, we rely on ABC News medical editor Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Dr. Nordenstrom's technique still remains virtually unknown to the scientific world.
But recently he came to us with a story that sounds almost like science fiction.
Complete and eminently persuasive.
Like science fiction.
Complete and eminently persuasive.
Like science fiction.
It's propaganda circulated by the North Americans.
From Yale did read the book, scientific review of it. Took him a year to finish. I
really looked for holes in this because it was so off the wall. And I couldn't find any holes. And I couldn't find any holes. And I couldn't find any holes. And I couldn't find any. And I couldn't find any.
Results of those studies could be significant, albeit experimental.
Complete, eminently
major discoveries of the entire century.
This is your interpretation of what I said.
Clearly offensive weapons of sudden mass destruction.
It's propaganda circulated by the North Americans.
Demonstrates that we have no desire to dominate or conquer any other nation or impose our system upon its people.
Patria o muerte.
And we can care about, because he really knows what we go through, and he really is afraid to die on the cross.